My channel. It has been a long time, and for that I am sorry, but we're back in action, better than ever. And today I am so happy because it is March and I wanted to do this thing for my YouTube channel, like a spring cleaning, because this is a time of year where spring is blooming, the flowers are blooming, it's actually warm outside, so I figured what better way to start spring cleaning up your diet, organizing your life, than to create my favorite smoothie that I have every day for breakfast, especially when it's warm out. And the brilliant thing about this smoothie is that it actually keeps you full. So when you are going out to Planet Smoothie or Smoothie King or any of these other smoothie shops, they load it with fruit and sugar. And while that's great, fruit is healthy for you, an abundance of it is just gonna spike your insulin, which is your blood sugar, and then make you crash. So with this smoothie, we balance your blood sugar so that you can actually stay full between breakfast and lunch. So I actually organized everything out for you guys, which I don't do usually. I'm just like scrambling through the fridge and the freezer trying to find ingredients, but I wanted to lay it out beautifully for you and explain to you which ingredients I use and why I use each of them. So this is gonna sound really weird, but this is what I'm gonna start with. We always start with a base of greens. So something I teach my clients and something I do personally is to fill up with volume, because when you are actually full, you are less likely to overeat, whether it's at that meal or later in the day. So spinach, and trust me when I say you cannot taste it, I promise. So we have the greens, we have protein, which is essential in building muscle and keeping you full. And this is the one I have right now. It's not my favorite. I actually really prefer Garden of Life chocolate, which you can find on my website, juliebooher.com, if you wanna buy it from there. But you know, you gotta work with what you got sometimes. So I use cashew milk or unsweetened almond milk, always unsweetened. That is the key. You don't want that extra sugar. And then I like to limit my smoothies. I like fruit in my smoothies, but I limit it to 1/4 to 1/2 of a cup, simply because, like I said before, you don't want to spike your blood sugar and then bring it back down too quickly. So then I like to add healthy fats, and this is what's gonna help balance your hormones. It's gonna make your skin clear up. It's gonna keep you fuller for longer. My little finger, I chopped it on a bag of lemons. Typical, right? So I use chia seeds for my healthy fats and fiber, and then I put almond butter in there for another source of healthy fats. Almond butter is my favorite. You can also use peanut butter. I love peanut butter too. And then here are the extras. So you don't have to put these things in there, but I do. I put cinnamon in there. I put a little bit of turmeric because this does have a really strong taste, so you don't want to be overwhelmed by the turmeric. And then always I add pink Himalayan sea salt. This is really good to help regulate your thyroid, which helps everything in your body function properly. And okay, I'll show you later when I'm making the smoothie, but you can buy frozen spinach. This is a game changer, okay? Because if you don't want to use up all your precious, expensive, fresh spinach, you can buy it in these little bags. It's like very used. You can buy it in these little bags in the freezer section and put them in your smoothies, and you can't even taste it. That's the best part. So let's get started in making it. So really any blender will work for this, but if you have it in your budget, Vitamix, girl. It is the best smoothie maker. It blends literally the hottest things, the coldest things. It is so powerful and I love it. So if you are in the, market for a new blender, totally get the Vitamix if you can afford it and save up for it, because invest in yourself, girl, you're worth it. Okay, so we're gonna get started making this smoothie. First things first, liquids, okay? So I just pour it liberally. I do about 1 to 2 cups, and the Vitamix is great because it actually has little measuring things, like little ticks on it, so you know how much you're putting in. And then I go to the frozen ingredients. So like I said before, usually they're not stuck together like this. This is like weird, it's kind of like something weird. But yeah, you can use frozen or just regular spinach, but I like to do frozen because it's cheaper. Sorry, that's my clock. And then I will pour in my 4th cup of blueberries. And then I put about half a cup to a full cup of ice. Okay, here's the thing. I love making smoothie bowls. So if you wanna make a smoothie bowl where it's frozen and has the consistency of ice cream, don't put as much liquid, probably put half a cup, and you can add more if you need to as you go. And then add more ice, that's the key. But for this, we're just making a shake that you can take on the go and drink. So not too much ice. Then I start to do, let me do protein first. Okay, so just get on in here and do 1 scoop of protein, like so. You can add 2 if you're trying to get real crazy, but no, you don't have to. Then I do cinnamon. And like I said with the turmeric, be careful. This is really, really good for you. It has a ton of anti-inflammatory properties, but it does have a very strong taste. So literally just a tiny bit, and that'll do the trick. And then a little dash of pink Himalayan sea salt. And then it's time to add the healthy fats. So we're gonna go almond butter here. This is probably not the best spoon for almond butter, so I'm gonna do the chia seeds first. 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. So I'm just gonna do 1 for today. But if you have a really big appetite, feel free to add 2, because that will help expand in your stomach and fill you for longer. Let me get a regular spoon for the almond butter, or a knife, or a knife. And this, I just do 1 to 2 tablespoons. So again, you can start with 1 tablespoon, and if that keeps you full till lunch, that's great. And then if you wanna add 2, then you can do that as well. So that's it. And then here's the thing too. This is something extra that I add because I have hypothyroidism. So I usually will just throw any kind of vitamins that I can in there. I take 2 of these Thyroid Energy. I'm not recommending you take this, but it does have ashwagandha and a bunch of healthy properties that just regulate your body and keep you healthy. So whenever I can fit in healthy things, I try to, especially when you can disguise it. Like if you need to add more veggies, adding spinach is a great way to go. All right, you ready? So we're just gonna turn this bad boy on. And as you can see right now, this is kind of the consistency you would want if you were having a smoothie bowl, where you literally pour it in a bowl and eat it with a spoon. But because, like I said before, I want this to be just take on the road and leave because you're in a rush and you're a busy gal and you just want something quick and healthy for breakfast. Just add more unsweetened almond milk or cashew milk or water. You can use water too, but this makes it a little bit creamier. And then try again. So the more frozen ingredients you have in here, the longer it's probably going to take to blend. So you want it to be kind of a smooth and creamy consistency. Or if you're having a smoothie bowl, like I said, then a little bit thicker. And I'm gonna do a taste test for you. That's actually really good. Like actually really, really good. And the almond butter is key because it gives it that creaminess along with the almond milk or the cashew milk. And I swear to God, like I am the person who has the appetite every 2 hours I used to eat. And by drinking this smoothie in the morning or for lunch or even for dinner sometimes if I just want something light, I can actually sustain or maintain my level of hunger so that I'm not ravenous and always needing to snack. So if you're a busy girl, this is a good way to fill you up. It's a very healthy option in the morning and on the go. It takes, like you saw, 3 minutes. So you can even prepare and set up the ingredients the night before, keep them in your freezer and fridge, and then you ready, girl. You on the go. You're a busy girl, I get it. So make this smoothie in the morning. Have a great spring. I will see you very soon.